Unit 3 multiplication test. This is your rubric. You do not need to worry about the rubric. First question. Show 6 times 3 in two different ways. You can show it with an array, equal groups, or jumps on a number line. Create a multiplication problem that could be represented by the expression 2 times 8. Write your story problem in the box below. Give the value of the expression 2 times 8 for your story problem. Jose made an array with these counters. Rhonda also made an array with the same number of counters. Use a multiplication equation for each person's array and use your understanding of multiplication to explain why they represent the same amount. Jose's equation, Rhonda's equation, explanation. This is also part of the rubric. You do not need to worry about that. Raul has a bookshelf with 4 shelves. He has 6 books on each shelf. How many books does Raul have? Part 1. Write the equation with a symbol standing for the unknown. Part 2. Solve, show your thinking. Adam's dad is grilling chicken for dinner. The recipe says he will need to grill it for 7 minutes. For every pound of chicken if he has 8 pounds of chicken, how long will he need to grill it? Part 1. Write the equation with a symbol standing for the unknown. Part 2. Solve, show your thinking. Erin runs 6 miles each day for 8 days. How many miles does she run altogether? Part 1. Write the equation with a symbol standing for the unknown. Part 2. Solve, show your thinking. This again is part of the rubric. You do not need to worry about that. Fill in the missing whole number for each equation. 2 times 6 equals blank. 3 is equal to blank times 7. 9 times blank equals 27. Again, part of the rubric you do not need to worry about. Which of the following expressions shows the same product as 6 times 3? Select 3 items from the list below. These are your items. Using the number line below, show 2 ways to find the product of the factors 4 and 9. Show the first way above the number line and the second way below the number line. Jim knows 5 times 4, but does not know 5 times 6. How could he use 5 times 4 to find 5 times 6? Show your thinking. Show 2 different ways to find the value of 4 times 2 times 5. Again, this is part of your rubric. Fill in the missing whole number for equation. 7 times blank equals 56. 14 equals 2 times blank. Blank times 9 equals 45, and blank is equal to 4 times 3. This again is part of your rubric. Mrs. Moore's 3rd grade class wants to go on a field trip to the Science Museum. The cost of the field trip is $245. The class will earn money running the school store for 6 weeks. The class will earn $15 each week they run the store. Part 1. After working the school store for 6 weeks, determine if the class will have enough money to pay for their field trip. Explain your thinking. Part 2. Which of the following equations can be used to determine how much more money, M, the class needs to pay for the field trip? Select two items from the list below. 15 times 6 plus M equals 245. 15 times 6 minus M equals 245. 15 times 6 minus 245 equals M. 245 plus 15 times 6 equals M. Or 245 minus 15 times 6 equals M. Kim and Sarah sold bags of cookies. Each bag had 8 cookies. Kim sold 4 bags of cookies. Sarah sold 5 bags of cookies. Is it reasonable for the total number of cookies they sold to be 17? Explain or show your thinking. And here. Bill rides his bike 3 days a week. He rides for 15 minutes each day. How many minutes does Bill spend riding his bike every 2 weeks? Show your thinking. Again, part of the rubric you don't need to worry about. The table below shows products of the whole numbers 1 through 6. Here's your multiplication sign, your factors, okay? Color all of the even products in the table. This is your table. What pattern do you notice? Part 3. Susie says the product of two even factors is always the even product. Explain why you agree or disagree. Which number does not belong in the pattern below? Here's your pattern. Show your thinking. Here is part of the rubric. And here we go again. Fill in the missing whole number for each of the equations below. 50 times 8 equals blank. 210 is equal to 30 times blank. Blank times 90 is equal to 810. A school uses 3 school buses to take students on a field trip. There are 30 students on each bus. How many students are on the field trip? Part 1. Create 2 different equations using a 1-digit whole number and a multiple of 10 to equal 240. So blank times blank equals 240. Blank times blank equals 240. Explain your thinking. That is the end of the test.